Eagle here, and I just want to give you guys a friendly reminder to go over to the Go Throw YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button because they have an amazing year lined up with both skins as well as their own Go Throw events. You're not going to miss what they got going on. Go subscribe.
Welcome into third round coverage. This is the New Zealand Disc Golf National Championships, and it's the 47th annual, brought to you guys by RPM Discs. We're at the same course that we were at yesterday, and I'm with the same guy I was with yesterday. I'm Luke Humphries, joined by Mr. Tall Paul Oman.
Yes, we're back at Bottle Lake in Christchurch, and we're in the same room doing the same thing we were yesterday.
It's true, and we're watching this guy absolutely shred. Wow, he's been missing just a little something at the three previous events, and he is really locked in here. You can see it, his putt, he's adjusting to it, and he's throwing it great. Yeah,
he's getting comfortable with it. And a man that is no stranger to winning down here.
Nope.
We got Mr. Robert Burridge on the card out of Houston, Texas, and he knows what his putt does, and he knows what his forehand does, and he knows what his backhand does. So he's going to eat this course up today.
He recently signed a deal with Dynamic Discs. This guy right here recently signed a deal with Discraft, and both of them playing pretty good with their new plastic.
And what did I hear? 3 second places in a row for Ezra, so he's probably going to be pretty hungry here at Bottle Lake at the New Zealand National Championships. I want to see him get very hot today. And our last card mate, Braeden Sides. This guy, after seeing him play for the last few weeks that I've been here, is so smooth and so focused, a different kind of player. I mean, I've seen a lot of youthful athletes coming up here, but this guy is very focused and has a very clean game. And we've got some guys on the chase card that are no stranger to getting hot. Yourself, Levi Stout, the New Zealand Wonder, I don't know what I'm going to call him, but Big Germ won a couple weeks ago, and Chandler Fry still looking hungry as well. So
it's going to be a fun day.
Going to be a great day for disc golf. The wind is up. It's a prevailing wind off of the east, and I don't know. Hold on tight.
Yeah, that's right. Hole one, it's not long, and it's all about throwing your second shot lower than these trees right here, kind of sliding it down into the ground, making sure it doesn't go long. Should be a birdie hole, but this little right to left wind making it tricky for guys.
Yeah.
Kind of skipping out of bounds left is the main mistake that we watch.
Off the tee.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Something slower in the hand for Goose.
Yeah, that's that Buzz OS.
Like you said, you don't need much distance here.
If that hyzer's out, it's headed to perfect position. 2 days in a row, dead center fairway.
Wow.
You just piece it up.
Yeah, something you know that isn't going to break over right on you and get into those bushes. He knows that's not going to get a massive skip. That's a beautiful strategy.
Indeed, this disc a little faster out of Robert. Also getting a little more skip. Got to hold on.
Wow.
Stayed in bounds. Pinched slightly by that tree. We see people doing straddle out forehands from there sometimes.
He's in bounds.
Yep.
Nice
Ezra.
Straight driving shot for Ezra. I like that.
Pushing it way up there.
Yeah.
Believe that's the Onyx.
Got the forward skip. Really wasn't much angle left on that disc when it landed.
Mm-mm.
This one's trouble.
Gotta sit.
Good speed control.
Oh. Don't throw pink here. You ended up left.
I think it's worth noting that these guys have all been staying together, practicing together, pushing each other in all of these events. And this is the final event. Everyone knows they're about to go home. And it's a national title.
Yeah, you got to leave it all on the course, man.
Yeah.
Don't go home with any ambition. Hit those putts. Focus on those shots. Both of those guys well inside the circle for birdies. That's what you're supposed to do. I love watching Burridge's forehand. It's so natural. You can
Yeah.
tell the guy's been playing for years. Just something that he was doing in his sleep back in the day.
A lot of frisbee knowledge, I would say.
Yeah. That one a little further. It's not a gimme, but maybe tester isn't the right word either.
I think he's in the circle. All these guys are.
That's where I'd want mine to be. If I was picking, that first hole jitters, got the crowd going. You've been waiting all day to play 3 p.m. tee off.
One down, 3 to go.
Yep.
As a betting man, I would say
Ooh.
I
I'll
would
take them
lose
dollars.
some money. Actually, I'm terrible at betting, so that actually makes sense.
Yeah. You stay away from that. And Robert will try to stay in that basket. Just looked a little left side. That's the tendency on that first hole.
Good poise from Goose after seeing a little mishap from Burridge. And Ezra doing Ezra things.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want that guy on your tail. 3 second place finishes. That's just like stoking a fire.
Yeah. Hole 2.
I like it for a backhand drive, forehand finish. If you've got it both ways, you can demonstrate it here. Play the right shot. I'm not saying it can't be played otherwise, but those are the right shots.
Yeah, especially today with the wind. I feel like that's how you had to play this hole. The backhand turnover shot going into the green was near impossible.
Right?
Yeah.
There's left to right headwind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely makes it tricky. Why not throw the same disc again?
The thing is incredibly flat.
It is, yeah. And it's been getting flown a bunch here in New Zealand. Tugged about 4 feet right out of the hands.
Just no problem.
No problem. It didn't get all of the length. I feel like that's going to be like a pure hyzer for him.
I think for him personally, like, he can't see the basket, which is the one advantage of getting a little more distance here. Like, this shot looks like it should finish in position A.
Yeah, as it finishes and skips, it actually helps with that angle, especially for Ezra.
But I don't think Goose is going to be at a great disadvantage by being just a little further right and not being able to see the basket.
No, he has those weapons. Oh.
A low early release from Braeden.
Nice little kick, honestly. Gives him a chance to have a stance instead of scrambling up into those tree branches. Believe this is Felon. For Robert, that's a great shot.
Yeah.
Furthest away from the basket, but great angle.
Right. And I think Braeden was just aware of the fact that, like, you have to have the speed control on that drive. Like, you can't just throw one out there and expect the sand to stop it. Like, you can skip out of bounds pretty easily.
Is this really, wow, into the circle it looked like possibly? That's incredible because that's hanging it out over the out of bounds.
Yeah, he had some ceiling to work with. The guy's fearless and super focused.
This one's headed right towards the basket. Okay, that's an enforcer out of Robert.
Wow.
Dropped a little dime on it.
Very close to a deuce.
We got Raptor from Goose. It's probably only 290 feet.
As I look down, everyone is 3 strokes behind Aaron right now.
Oh, no. Okay. All right, stays away from the OB. Kind of curls around as well.
Yeah.
Not the worst. This is a gusty little green, though, and having an uphiller exposing the flight plate might prove fatal. We'll see.
Handled well. Push up top. I like that. I think he's in a tailwind position where Aaron's a little lower than the basket, and he's going to be putting up at it.
I think that was the Kratos. Took a second.
Yeah.
That's the stable throwing putter. That's a smart layup from Braeden.
Yeah. It was a beautiful second shot, but I think he was kind of carting a 4 from
after that drive. Yeah. Oh, no.
Had a lot of angle, and Bob
I think it stayed in.
Okay.
It did. He's got a circles edger now, and it is gusty.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, tailwind right to left.
I mean, that'll give our viewers a taste of what it actually feels like out here.
I mean, when the wind is inconsistent, that's the
Ooh.
hardest part. You're standing there not sure which way you need to adjust and manipulate this disc. And
Here
if
comes
you're,
a 4-putt.
yeah. Throwing a little grass just to remind us viewers that, yeah, it is gusty. I was letting them know, Ez.
Ooh.
Just like that, so soft.
Yeah. I think that was the ticket, honestly. He got the spin on it, but didn't really rifle it.
Yeah.
So it just
That's the
kind
way
of
to do the headwinder.
fed into the basket.
Yeah, if you throw that putt nice and sturdy, it just uses the wind, raises up too quickly on that nice spin, slow motion putt, fights through it perfectly.
A great upshot from Robert to card the birdie.
All right, so maybe the guy that we were watching taking 3 strokes back there from Goose. Crazy. 3-stroke swing.
Yeah.
Headed into 3. This is just a big forehand if you got it.
Yeah, with this wind, I think it just plays to the forehand.
And when I say big, it's not actually that big. It's 360, but you've got all the space you want. So
Yeah.
I think this is Goose going machete.
Keep the
He's got a
angle on it.
Raptor and a machete. They're the same color. It's
Whoa.
confusing.
Just bouncing
No.
everywhere, and he catches a dirty skip.
It must have been the wood at the base of the
Yeah.
basket. That's unfortunate. There's chips right there. The other option was almost immediately digging.
I like a low line on this, but
This is
with
too
this
right, isn't
left to right, you expect it to get beaten down, or right to left, my apologies. You expect it to get beaten down a little bit. That thing was dancing all over the place.
Big time. Felt like it was inside, out of the hand, though. That was a felon.
Yeah.
I believe this is going to be a destroyer.
Much better width from Braeden here. But
Ooh.
goodness gracious, that's going to be full headwind putt.
Yeah.
That's not going to be your favorite angle to putt from.
This is the harder shot for sure. You've got to expose, turn it, make sure you don't burn it.
That's solid distance control, honestly, and I think he can handle that.
Yeah, he can handle most situations. If your name is Robinson,
Still hungry for a birdie.
yeah, that seemed pretty safe. This one can't be safe if he's trying to catch. All right, he's choosing to fight at a different moment. I think at some point you gotta put your foot in the dirt and catch him, or at least intimidate him, or take the box and hold it or something.
Yeah,
you know, we gotta slow this guy down, really.
I mean, he's 4 back at the moment. There's some tricky wooded holes, but these guys shot so hot yesterday. You got to think once they get into the woods, by that part of the round, they're going to be dialed.
Yeah, this course went, or this card went a combined 46 under par yesterday on this course. Crazy to think about.
It's insane. I mean, it's not a super challenging course, but that's dialed.
It is. You still got to make the putts, hit the shots. There
Yeah.
are wooded gaps, and you can't control where those kicks are going. So ultimately, the scrambling part to save those pars was part of it. Headed into our first par 5 of the rounds.
Yeah. 593. They had a Mando in play last year that has been cleaned out this year, and it's pretty much like a horseshoe hole, like a hook hole. I don't know. You got to get to a point, and if you get far enough right off the drive, it is attackable here to get the eagle play, but the backhand is a tricky one with this Mando right on the corner.
Oh, if he pulled that off, that was going to be amazing. If
Wow.
it slipped under that branch,
That was
still
beautiful.
good.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to get behind those trees. Those
Right.
really obstruct for the eagle opportunity.
It's probably a Malta, could have been a Buzz. They're kind of the same color in Ezra's bag right now.
I think this forehand play, if thrown correctly,
Oh,
just
that's
gets you in such a good position. A little unfortunate catching that tree, but a good flare skip.
It was a high flare skip. It didn't keep the speed. It kind of dug into the sand. You never know with these pine needles on the ground whether it's going to be sandy or skippy.
Okay. That was a little tight. I thought he might be testing the Mando tree, but
I think testing is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
The second you go far past it, you're basically making your second shot even longer.
100%.
This is an understable fairway from Braeden. Beautiful looking shot.
Well angled.
He, I think, should have the best angle, judging by what we saw.
I mean, Bob usually stands in good spots.
Oh, look at this. He's got a nice lane. Can't miss this one right. If it hits a tree and kicks right, good chance it goes out of bounds. I think it stayed in. Looked like it kicked left.
Looks like he had a tighter hole, look, because we thought.
Yeah, it wasn't going down the gap that we first thought that he would. Hard to tell where that ended up. Most likely, though, it's about 150 feet away. It's kind of a collection zone.
That's a 4.
Easy approach from there. Goose with a Raptor. This is how you do it. Get it on hyzer.
Very close to that lane he needed to hit.
Still think he's about 45, though.
Okay.
Got a good chance for an eagle.
The man has found a nice spin putt, so any opportunity he can get himself.
That is a sketchy line right there. Just straight over the out-of-bounds line.
Ooh, there's a whisker. He's in the circle.
Beautifully done.
Yeah.
That's an eagle look as well. Okay, this is pretty easy now for Braeden. Kick to a great spot.
Played the soft skip. Super sandy up there.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 950 rated, maybe 910 rated upshot from there. You've got all the space and a skippy base. I don't know why I chose to rate that upshot, but that's where I went.
Go with it.
Ezra, little Robin spin bid from him. That'll be an easy birdie. And now this is an eagle look from, I said 45, but this has got to be 50.
Yeah,
plus.
he's close enough to where that ceiling shouldn't come into play too much.
Come
I
on.
like it.
No way. High right catch for the eagle.
Oh my gosh.
Aaron
All
Gossage.
right, so he's back to perfect now. He missed the last hole, but he gets 2 birdies on this hole, so
He just became the best spin putter in the world in like 3 weeks.
that was a fantastic catch by the Helix, but an amazing line that he put that on to give it a chance to run into
It
the
was like
chains.
a 7-foot Anheuser.
It was beautiful.
Wow. He's going to be hard to catch doing stuff like that.
Yeah, he's got some momentum.
Now Robert has to make an eagle just to not drop a stroke.
2 eagles, 1 hole.
Standing his ground. There we go.
And these birdies, I gotta feel like pars to these guys.
That's the way it felt for me too.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? Quick announcement from Go Throw. We are hosting a bunch of tournaments that we're calling invitationals this year, and I'm going to explain a bit about what we mean by invitational. It means that we want the pros, the fans, and even the content creators to participate in these events with us. Content creators, if you're out there, you've got a camera, you want to come to one of our events and collaborate with us, this is the official invite to do so. Let's show the world this game we love and do it together.
Now, Dan, let's meet our women's finalists.
How hard did she throw that?
I mean, the women's division is getting a lot tougher.
She's not holding back. Nope.
Good round, ladies.
OTB is very specific on how they list the disc because they want you to like the disc.
Virtually in your hand tells you what the disc is going to feel like, how heavy it's going to be. It's everything you want to know before it shows up to your house.
It's not just marketing.
It's only the best.
Brought back by popular demand. Z-Lite plastic from Discraft. Disc that you already know and love, now available in lighter weights. This plastic is perfect for players with lower arm speeds as well as beginners. They can also be a great complement to the regular weight version of a disc that's already in your bag. Z-Lite, more distance with less effort.
Moving in to one of our first wooded holes here. That one was a little bit of a wooded hole back there, but this par 3 kind of sets the tone for what you're about to see for the next several holes. At 230, a sandy batch right in front of this basket, but just past that wall, you're finding yourself in hazard.
Yeah.
Taking an extra stroke.
What you see people do is accidentally throw a little short or low and end up with like a 40-footer, run it, end up in the hazard, and it's the quickest bogey you've ever seen.
Spot on. That's going to get a very friendly skip.
Beautiful skip. Stays out of the hazard. It's deep enough, but to the left of that.
Still gets all the distance, and he's putting away from the hazard now.
You got to be lucky and good to win these days. Early release from Rob.
Yeah, 230, this one just feels like a must get.
It does, especially if you're Ezra, a backhand specialist. Man, that is not what I thought I was about to watch.
Yeah. I mean, it is a touchy shot.
It is. It is. That bunker long hazard is definitely in your mind. I like this.
Great angle. It's going to find these trees, but those are pretty close to the bullseye.
Yeah, he's going to have a testy little 28-footer, though.
Buddy, it's Braeden Sides.
Who?
Braeden Sides. I'll say it again. Braeden Sides. He's making that.
I know. Trust me, I know. I can't wait for people to see some of the skins coverage we've been shooting, dude. Braeden Sides. Keep your eye out.
All these guys I want to see play more disc golf this season. I'm excited.
Indeed. Beautiful.
Great putt.
That's a par putt, too. That turns into a double quick.
That's a must-have.
That's that. Yeah, it is. It really is. Okay, a little closer than 28, but still.
I mean, at 5 back,
we'll test
that's a must-have.
It is.
As well.
It is. Somebody's got to put some pressure on him.
We got one more round.
He's got this birdie right here.
It's just a stress-free putt.
You can't have a better angle at this basket.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. All right. Couple birdies, couple pars. Typically what you see, even though, like you said, feels like a must get.
Yeah.
Quick little check-in halfway through this front 9. Shows Aaron Gossage really just in the lead, but Levi Stout.
Levi Stout, yes.
Yeah, he popped off early. I'm watching it happen, kind of climbing the leaderboard a little. Chandler Fry doing the same. Eli Swanson off to a spicy start as well. 5 under through 7 holes. So a lot of golf to play, so many birdies to go. Anything can happen in that last stretch, like we talked about yesterday, is some of the hardest holes on the course.
Yeah, but right now what it looks like is it's birdie or die. Aaron Gossage has a very nice lead, and he's looking super comfortable.
These are facts.
Yeah. And this is a tricky but short par 4 with a super tight OB next to the basket. This first one here, you're looking to not just like drift right, like hit your line for a good 250, and then whatever happens, you're cool with it. Get to that left and options open up.
Yeah, you're like 200 feet out now.
Get to the right.
50 maybe.
You're looking at.
He blew through the right side yesterday and was way up there. Made the adjustment today, put it on the ground right at the elbow.
See, I love this play right here. He's not even thinking about flipping this disc up.
You're right. You're right.
Hit that first 250, 275, and get to that spot to where it opens up.
Man, I wish I would have heard you say that. I could have made a good adjustment today.
I didn't even think about that. I'm still trying to go for this. I'm thinking, how cool would it be to get a 2 on this hole? But honestly, that play right there from Braeden was fantastic.
That looks like a fast disc right there, too. This guy's thinking about the 2.
Is that a Paisley shirt? What is that? That's super fly.
Just a bit inside from Ezra. Decent kick, though.
Yeah, to the left is good, but still not a great amount of distance out of it. But fully open.
That looked like one of those Swarms super stable approach disc.
Looking for that little bit of skip at the end, possibly.
Yeah, probably trying to flex it a bit more than he did. Rob, just the whippiest little
Where's he going
forehand.
here?
Probably scooted up to 50 or something, I
Okay.
think.
I thought maybe he was headed towards that OB, but
Yeah, there's just that bunch of trees at 50, and there's some trees at like 25.
look at this.
Yeah.
Get to that left side, your options are increased. Better ceiling.
Does this need to chill?
No.
Perfect.
He probably didn't even stop looking at the basket right there.
Is he a goose or is he a machine? It's hard to tell right
What'd
now.
you say the other day? That was a little beach toss right there.
Gotta chill. Why do I always think it has to chill going into this green?
I think you might be right, honestly. It doesn't catch that tree. I don't know.
All it takes is one twig in the wrong spot, and you're just slipping out of bounds.
The sand is fat, like short and right of the basket, but everything around it is pine needle, dude.
Exhibit A.
Yeah. Like,
Happens quick.
it's so close, dude. Give yourself a 20-footer to the right. Like, you don't want to test these things in this moment because Aaron's just playing so flawless right now. Like, don't take any chances.
Nice birdie from Braeden.
Yeah.
I gotta shout out Chandler Fry. Made like a 50-foot low ceiling zipper on my card.
Yeah.
A putt that most people wouldn't run.
Right. But Chandler's in a different position. You know, he knows that it's go time.
Yeah. That is a bogey for Ezra on a 384-foot par 4. It happens quick.
Yeah.
These trees aren't forgiving.
No.
Our second par 5 of the round.
Yeah.
I heard that Ezra Robinson actually had a tap-in eagle on this hole yesterday, so
I love
I'm
it.
looking forward to seeing what he does today.
I wish I would have seen it, honestly.
You and everybody else.
I know it's there
Yeah.
for these guys. This gap kind of creates that illusion like, oh, I got to hit a gap. But it's pretty, just envision the flight of your disc and trust it. Like, hit that thing.
You got to hit that thing if you want to get the eagle.
You know
It
what
takes 2 big shots.
You know what I did today? I made the mistake of walking up and realizing that we're starting out of bounds right now.
Yep.
You have to get through this gap and out into the sunlight to be in bounds, dude.
So you regret finding that out before you threw your shot?
Yeah. This right here is massive.
This is huge. Are people moving on the tree
left.
line?
There it is, dude. He pressed that tree line
Gossage.
all the way
Buddy.
and just found the right edge at the end of that flight and got back to the fairway. The
Dude,
middle of the fairway, I should say.
he literally has no chill.
No, I don't even think he's thinking about it, honestly. There's a lot of stock shots out here.
Yeah.
He knows his release point. He's hitting these gaps. Things tighten up later on in the round for him, but he's comfortable.
That was destroyer from Braeden. General right here from Robert. And this is also in orbit. This thing is going far.
Really focus on getting this disc flat because that left side comes up quick, too.
Those guys are smushing it. And it's a gap. You know, it makes you think about it.
I think it's that level that they're comfortable at of hitting a disc. Like, this is all out. That's a freaking rip.
There was no
But,
gap for him.
The other guys, like, that was their power pocket where the release point was most advantageous. Those are massive.
This card is just so far down there. Braden's actually not, though. He's in a weird position. This is a dangerous upshot here. There's out of bounds left, out of bounds right.
Yeah.
And if he's really actually going to bomb this thing, there's an OB thing short of the green. What is going on?
What did you say
Gonna
earlier?
Make it through?
What did you say earlier?
Oh, it's brilliant, honestly.
You said that Ezra carded the eagle yesterday.
Yeah.
So now all of these boys believe.
Yeah.
And that is what they want right now.
True that.
And they are in great position to do so.
Oh, he got the skip, too.
Stay away from this tree.
Just into it.
Yep.
Not a bad spot to be, though. 90 feet out.
A little more air under it. I like it.
Yeah. All right. How'd you do it? Show us again.
It's like always a headwind rushing up this fairway right here.
100%. No, clips the tree.
But still gets to a point where
Yeah.
you know that man can hit that putt.
Yeah. All right, Goose he's just going with the mid-range. Oh my goodness.
He can see the basket.
Oh my, he's so far up there. That was a great perspective, how far that drive was.
How do you feel about that right there?
I don't know. I've never been there. I haven't even looked at that shot.
I don't think anyone's been there, dude. But I know he kept himself safe by playing the mid-range.
Yeah.
But I gotta think this guy's gonna hit the putt from the hazard. Like, the OB is tight on the back.
Yeah, you're right about
And the
the
spinner's
hazard.
been looking nice.
No,
Dude.
he's so dialed.
I didn't even think about it. I'm like, all right, this dude's spinner's been looking nice.
I'm trying to envision the way that he feels, and I'm wondering if it's just like a honeymoon phase that he just can't miss right now. If it continues, obviously, amazing for Aaron.
It looks like he's at a point where he's not even thinking about it. He's just like, oh, there's the basket. Wham.
Yeah, stay athletic.
Like the mind and
Let your
body,
body
are
react.
doing what he is thinking. I don't know. It's
the flow state.
It's nice. The flow state.
Yep.
Yes.
Braeden, 4 in a row, getting a little something going. Robert, sporadic on this front 9. 4 under, not bad, except for your card mate over here. 7 under through 7 holes.
I know, dude. Like, eclipsing the fact that these guys are all playing very solid golf.
Really are.
A tricky hole 8.
It is.
Par 4, 530. I think this is the most rewarding birdie on the course, possibly. I mean, you got to place your first drive inbounds into a position that you can actually attack the green.
It's so dangerous. It's the easiest bogey on the course is a great way to say it.
Oh.
Playing plus .62. Way over par, and it's because of that second shot.
I think, yeah, you're trying to do too much. Like,
I feel
guys
like you have to.
think they have to, and honestly, you take a 4 and walk on this, you're styling.
You really are. You're picking up strokes on the field. If you've got a huge forehand and you can just throw it around that tree over there,
This is trouble right here.
It's out of bounds left.
This was a very tricky backhand, righty backhand today.
I think you just had to hit the wind right. If you got the read right.
You had to hit the wind right. You had to have the right disc. Like, it was a grade A shot. Slower disc, probably. This is
Gotta sit down.
Position.
He can throw these things so far. Get back. No, wow. That's early, too. Terrible angle. His best bet's going to be laying up to the mouth, but even that's not an easy up and down.
No, and he's already looking at 3 strokes, so.
This is.
Yeah.
Is this huge? This is too big.
I thought it was fading
Hit
a little far
and
right,
stop.
but it is. Wow, that thing hooked all the way across the
did.
fairway.
It did. That was that force. A really stable one as well. He's been beating it in while he's been here in New Zealand. He is going for the green, straight down the path.
Settle.
Beautiful.
Dude, there is a white line right there that creates OB across that trail, and he stopped just in time.
He's going to have a par putt after that drive.
That was immaculate. And now Braeden feels like he's got to do a little something. And, that's in bounds?
Yeah, that's that 52-foot guardian jail trees. There's one every 4 feet.
He's got an inbounds putt for par.
Yeah. This is perfect.
So nice to be able to access that keyhole, fly over the inbounds the entire time.
And stay on hyzer.
Yeah.
He one angles it around the corner with the stable approach disc. It's exactly what you want.
Oh.
Guessing it stayed too.
That's right by
did.
that
Wow.
line. Look how close he is.
65 for Braeden. Good bid. Big par putts for these guys. leader essentially parked
Yeah.
in. You could actually slip under that log that he just hit.
I don't ever want to see that.
What is Robert squeezing between those two trees? He almost pulls it off, too. That was definitely an odd stance.
Solid 50-foot bid.
Wow, to pick up 2 strokes on the cart.
Okay.
8 for 8.
Not only is he putting like a genius, he's throwing like a wizard.
Yeah, the course record's only 12. And I've never seen an 18 under on go throw, so I'm interested to see what happens.
8 holes down.
Well, if you don't get the first 8, you can't go perfect.
Right, and these other fellas have to remind themselves there's golf to play.
Indeed. Getting a chance to get a fairly easy birdie here at only 267. And as far as gap goes, one of the healthier gaps that we have at Bottle Lake. This is one, again, you want to get. Left OB does come into play if you hyzer it too much.
I'm curious on the stats on this one because it seems like this is a nice birdie hole, but there is that OB lurking on the left side for tree kicks and unsure drives here.
Yeah.
What do you got over there, Statman?
I got 15 birdies, 36%, playing 0.2 under par. So there were people finding out of bounds.
Look how low Goose took that.
Beautiful.
I don't even think it was 2 feet off the ground for 75% of his flight.
The ground play on this hole, it's hard packed with pine needles, so you're getting it.
Oh my goodness!
Did that go OB?
Yeah, I mean,
it looked like it hit the tree, and we're gonna have to see.
That was just so early, such a strong kick. I think it did. This is one of the larger gaps in this wooded section here, I feel like.
It is. It's, man, you're definitely trying to pick it up, especially if you're a guy like Ez. I mean, this should be his bread and butter.
I mean, throw a little ace run up there. Get it flat.
Yeah. You could tell he wanted the ace run. They just hit a root.
I think it's that last tree right there. You can kind of see it just past the basket. Yep. There's the bird to the left.
Yeah, you're right. He did go out of bounds. That left OB is super tight.
Gosh, look at the control on that shot.
Insane. He's really got that bird dialed. A long jumper, stepper. No harm done.
No.
Man, Goose getting himself just a bunch of 20-footers, knocking them down. That's a recipe for success out here.
Getting comfortable, taking his time, and knocking it down. He knows the momentum needs to keep rolling.
You can tell he's jacked. I mean, he's running those 20-footers.
Yeah, Ezra gets a birdie, but I mean, he's, 8 strokes behind him already, so.
Yeah, that is a
Goose just needs to
colorful card.
Not get too excited at this moment and just keep running the stroke that he's running.
Yeah, it's true. He's been caddying for Taylor Chosick every round. She's been caddying for him every round. The recipe hadn't worked out, but it's working out perfect right now.
What recipe?
I mean, just like the success.
It's a recipe for success.
That's right. Look at that scorecard, 9-4-9 to start this thing out. Man, what a front nine from Aaron Gossage, a clinic, if you will.
Yeah, I would say so. He's definitely putting on a dominant performance at this moment. There's other fellers playing disc golf here as well about a lake, but not like Mr. Aaron Gossage.
Yeah, Levi Stout, 7 through 10. That's what you want right there.
That's the man I want to see make some moves right now, too.
Well, at this point,
I'm stoked to see him up there.
It's an 8-stroke lead. Aaron Gossage, this clinic that he's got going on. Everybody else shooting like decent scores, but when you watch him do it, it just seems like it's so simple.
I don't think they're decent.
Oh, okay.
Slow.
I mean, I agree. Definitely slow.
Not even half of the man in front.
Well, they shot 3 of them shot 12 unders yesterday, so it's definitely slow compared to what they did yesterday.
Yes.
They know it too.
Yeah.
They're all 3 the course record holders at 12 under, and my, does it look like it's going to fall today.
Yeah. That man is on a mission.
You guys are going to have to watch this back 9 to find out. Pleasure being with you guys on this Go Throw coverage. For Tall Paul Oman, I'm Luke Humphries, and we'll see you for that back 9.